I would say that prayer is one of the definitions, the true definitions of what we call real prayer, is an expression of the need, which stems out the realization that we cannot hear. So
right. Exactly.
what we are asking is that we're asking for a place of refuge, or for an ecology that can actually imprint us with the possibility of hearing. So doing, the only possible doing, becomes prayer.
Okay.
Okay. So this is why we're saying that it has this kind of order, which means that prayer, the doing is stemming from the completion of the act of creation in the sixth day, and the fact that the Creator left what he left to do for humanity. So what he left to do is to complete, meaning to reform ourselves, to be able to complete the creation. What it means to complete the creation? It means to complete space-time in which the emanation of the Creator can actually extend itself and be with, reside with, one can say, reside with the Creator. So in itself, to do is to reform. So inside reformation, we need to see, or we see through learning the process of the, I would say, genealogy of creation, meaning cause and the state that is being born from the cause. Okay? Meaning the cause, it's not result. The state that is being born from the cause is always revealing what was missing in the cause. I'll repeat it. The produce or the product of the cause is always a revelation of what was missing in the cause. Okay. Usually, so I will say it, that the second transmigration of a spirit always reveals what we did not complete in our first appearance. Yeah, it's true throughout. We can see that as creation proceeds with its processes, with its extensions, what we meet all the time is a shortcome that results in a shattering of the world, shattering of the spirit, shattering of an exile of Israel, of the spirits. Yeah. So I'm coming back now to the sentence. So if to do is to reform, as a definition, as spiritual language, to do is to reform. So it's so out of the any understanding of corporal life. So what to do? What to do is to see what was wanting and what is lacking in the former state that we are called to actually want, or to desire to fulfill, and to desire to complete. And that is a prayer. So it goes to do, to reform, to actually, in order to be able to do, you need to pray for the help of the higher to allow you to complete the reformation.
Right.
Okay.
And recently it was so, I remember that years ago, Rotem once said that she feels unable to pray outside the studies. And by that time, I felt like, oh, no, I'm somehow praying so often whatsoever. And recently, I felt but so unable to utter any kind of prayer outside the context of the study. So there feels a growing need in me to actually really grasp more deeper what it means to pray as a of spirit.
Praying outside the study is to pray not to be separated ever from the study. That's the only relevant prayer outside. Not to be separated from the gathering, from the power that gathers us together to allow us and to help us to reform. So when your spirit is still lives in you as an impression, you don't want to be separated from it. You don't want to be separated from the identity that will allow it. Okay, so this is why I'm saying it doesn't matter how you phrase it, whether you read Psalm or you read morning prayer or you read Kriyat Shema. It always outside the manner, outside it has to do with a desire and an expression. Whatever I will think, whatever I will desire different, don't allow me to separate from the study. Meaning, don't allow me to separate myself from a true prayer and a true reformation. So this is not to be separate from the identity that agreed to serve, which was given the name what is real. Yeah. So it's not a question of being born into it. It's a question of commitment while, leading our corporal life with the knowing that we were given such a rare, precious opportunity to be of value. And you don't want to separate yourself from this. Okay. Even when it feels to the corporal mind, the very intelligent corporal mind, useless, ineffective, taking time and resources, don't allow it to separate you. This is the time you actually, this is a prayer of the poor. Don't separate me from the ability to free my spirit.